Good evening, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. I'm so glad you could be with me this evening. Are you ready for some football? Tonight, the New England Patriots, my favorite team, is playing in the Chicago Bears. So I thought it'd be worthwhile starting off with a little Monday night football theme. Again, Paul McMahon of Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could be here with me this morning, or excuse me, this evening. Monday, October 24th, 2022. Here at Forex Smart Trade, our mission is to make you a successful currency trader and put you in a place of financial abundance where you have the time and bandwidth to do things that make life enjoyable. And we do that by teaching you how to trade with our proprietary trading indicators, which are very, very, very accurate. And we supplement that with what we consider to be the best in the business, personalized one-on-one training. And that is one of the reasons why we do this here tonight, where we have a live trader like me come online and show you how well the indicators work and how you can use them to change your life. So with that, let's get going. We need to listen to this guy first.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
All right. That being said, one of the great things about the program is that we do these live trades whereby a trader comes online and goes through their analysis, and we do it multiple times a day. When you are a member, we do a trade at 10 a.m. in the morning. That tends to be a little scalp trade. We do a long-term trade, which tends to be 20 to 30 pips at 6 p.m. And then we do another trade in the evening at 10 p.m. Eastern time. And there we are trading Australian pairs as it is morning time in Australia. We've got additional paid sessions and just continuous training. We are here because your trading company funds. we have a mutually aligned interest. You want to make money, and we don't want to lose our money, so we're here to make sure that doesn't happen. I work off of a checklist, and it starts by restarting my green charts at the beginning of every day, and making sure my MetaTrader 4 is connected and live. Restarting the green chart just clears up the memory so that you don't get any freezing. At the end of every day, it is good habit, both trading and in life, just to review what you accomplished in the day and what could you have done better, and where you could have been a nicer person, and where you could have been more generous and kind, and if your trades didn't go as you planned, why didn't they, and what can be learned so that next time you don't make the mistake. And we are here to help evaluate when you have trades that don't go right. If you took tonight's trade from the setup, it is almost it just about closed. It's still it's profitable, but it hasn't gone over the mark yet. But it will. Tonight's trade on the trade setup was a buy on the Euro USD, and it's currently in the money, and it looks like it might even close before we go to bed tonight. As we are technical traders, which means we are trading based on the price action, and our indicators are one of the tools that are future based, so they help us predict what direction the market's going. We want to know what news items are out there that could impact the market and trade around them. So we go to forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks news down into 3 categories: yellow, which is low impact, orange, which is medium impact, and red, which is high impact. And on the red items, I like to stay out of the market 2 hours before we have a red item. So I am not holding a red item as the news comes out. The red items have the greatest ability to impact the market, so we don't really have anything to worry about till tomorrow morning at 10. Any trade that we take tonight should be closed before that. So with that, we've got clear sailing. So we've got multiple different signals, and we will create a trade plan around excuse me. We will create a trade plan around how you like to trade and what your kind of risk preferences are. I trade primarily with something called the 10-point trade signal off of the 1-hour chart. It is good for 5 to 35 pips, and I expect it to close within 1 to 3 hours. And basically, I'm looking for all the lines to line up, and I am counting the number of lines that line up, and I want to get 3 points from the majors, 3 or 4 points from the TNT, and 1 from the pressure. So let's go ahead and do that. I am trading off of the light 6 major chart, which is one of the standard charts that you have. It is a composite chart. It is showing us 6 different currency pairs, all on a 1-hour candle. I start with the middle part of the chart, and basically I am looking for situations where we are either overbought, and this blue line is the overbought line, so the lines are above the overbought line. However, I want them pointing down, or the market's oversold where the lines are below the red line and pointing up. So here I've got the red and green line are the major indicators. The black and gray line is the minor indicator. So right now I'm overbought and going up. Now, is it possible to get 10 pips? Now, ideally, as I said, off of a 1-hour chart, trade is worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. When this trade materialized, Come on. Why isn't it clicking? There we go. It was worth 14 pips. So you would have been able to get 14 pips when this pivoted. However, that's not part of my trade plan. My trade plan is I want to catch it at one end and ride it through the other end. So I want to catch it down here and ride it up through. To me, that's the greatest chance to get the 10 pips I'm looking for, 10, 11 pips. Uh, 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 and that gets me in and out of the market the fastest. When we're overbought and it's going up, I don't know how much more it has in it. So here I don't have anything. Euro USD. We're in the middle of the channel, actually approaching the overbought line. Everything's going up steeply. Again, I want to catch it down here. Now, the trade that I send out in the evening at 6 p.m., that trade is based on the day chart. And I'll show you the day chart in a little bit. But on the day chart, I expect us to be able to get 10 pips irrespective of where this is. Pound USD. Approaching overbought, everything's going up steeply, and it's more than halfway. Usually, I like to catch it less than halfway, so that it's oversold and going up, and it's less than halfway. But see how steep these lines are. This is the terrific steepness. The steeper the line, the better the signal. It's not one of the points that we're counting, but I do look at it when I'm considering a trade. USD Canadian dollar. Oversold and going down. I would expect, since the dollar is second here and all of these are going up, I'd expect when the dollar's first, this to be going down, which it is. USD Swiss franc, oversold going down. USD yen. Excuse me. Had we caught this a little earlier, this would have been a really nice signal. It's a little bit more than halfway, which is why I am going to pass on it. But terrific steepness. Everybody's going down. We went from overbought into the channel. So that's 3 points. One, that we were overbought. Two, that everybody's pointing down. And three, that the red line has crossed over the green and the black line's crossed over the gray. And then it gets a couple extra points because, well, in my mind, it gets a plus because the steepness of the line. It's almost, what is that, 80%? 45-degree angle. This is well more than 45. Two orange lines going down, dotted blue going up. So I've got 3 of the 4, and look how steep the orange lines are. And I don't have the pressure with me yet. I've got basically sideways pressure, green lines going down, red lines going up. So this signal isn't complete, even if we did want to take it. If it was less than halfway, we don't have the pressure here supporting what we're seeing in these 2 lines. Whereas over here, we do have up pressure. Here we have up pressure, but we're not taking them. So what I've done is I've cloned this chart with non-Euro USD pairs. And let's see if we find something here. Euro pound oversold, or middle of the channel, more than halfway. So we're going to pass. Australian dollar yen overbought going up. Euro Canadian dollar oversold. Everybody's going up. We do have the double cross, but you know what I don't like? I do not like the steepness of the green line. The steepness of the green line is less than 45 degrees. I want it to be a little bit more than 45 degrees. When I jump up to the TNTs, the 2 orange lines are going up, supporting this signal. Dotted blue is coming down. Blues are inversely related, so when blue's coming down, that's a a buy. So 3 of the 4 are telling me buy. I need a minimum of 3 out of the 4. And here I do have up pressure. That green line is going up slightly. The red line is going up slightly. It's very weak up pressure because there's hardly any slope to the green line. But as I said, even though I have the signal here, I technically have the 7 points. I'm going to hold off. Let's see if we find something better. Euro, CAD, and it's a buy. The other thing I don't like about this, actually, and the reason we'll probably not take it, is I like one of the 2 pairs to be during the day of when that market is. So right now it's 1 in the morning in Europe, and it's evening here in Canada. So neither market is actively trading. When neither market's actively trading, it's going to take longer for this move to materialize. So I don't want to trade it when one of the 2 of these or both of them aren't daytime. Australian New Zealand dollar, it's approaching morning time in both of those, but here we're approaching overbought and still going up, so nothing there. Pound yen, overbought, still going up, so nothing there. And Euro Australian dollar oversold, going down, so nothing there. So again, I've cloned. Let's go to the next group. Overbought, minors are going down, majors going sideways. This is telling me the majors, this is a little bit of a duck bill. See the duck here, and he's kind of winking at you. This is telling me there's a little bit more up in the movement, so not ready yet. Oversold, going down on the Euro New Zealand, Pound New Zealand. Oversold, minors are going down, or majors are going down, minors are kind of going up. Usually these 2 are exactly the same. And interesting here, the green is crossed over on the pressure, but that's why we see these minors going up. New Zealand yen gave a little head fake, started to go down, and then turned. So overbought and going up. So here, had you just relied on the majors, you would have got caught. The pressure was nowhere near supporting what we were seeing when these started coming down. And again, we wouldn't have had it because, one orange is going down, one orange is going up. So again, you shouldn't have got caught by this head fake. New Zealand USD overbought, going up. Euro Swiss franc. This was similar to that other the Euro Canadian. This one is a little bit better. The line's a little steeper. Oversold. Everybody's going up. Double cross. And I've got the line. The line's at about 45 degrees, but it's gone from less steep to more steep. 2 orange lines going up, 2 blue lines going down. But I got sideways pressure with red on top. The green kind is actually going up a little bit, but the red isn't. So I need the up pressure here. Other item is it's 1 o'clock in both of these markets. So we don't have time on our side. So let's go to our next group. AUD Canadian dollar, overbought, going up. Swiss franc yen, so both majors and minors are kind of sideways. And I don't have the double cross here. Euro yen sideways. Pound Australian dollar, everybody's going down. Oversold, Swiss franc, yen, overbought going up, and then Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, minors are going down, majors are sideways. So, gang, we've just gone through 24 pairs using the 10-point signal and didn't find a setup. That's okay. And we need 2 or 3 good setups a day to make some money. So one of the nice things about the program is we've got multiple signals. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to change horses and use a different signal. This different signal is a scalp signal, and it is called the thick orange line trade. Again, it's on a 1-hour chart. On this chart, on this trade, I like to be at least 30 minutes into the hour. 30 minutes into the 1-hour chart. Here, I want to take this trade when there's less than 5 minutes remaining. And we've got 10 minutes remaining, so that gives us a little time to look through it. But basically, I want to do it right at the top of the hour when there's 5 minutes left, 5 minutes or less left. And I'm looking for situations where the thick orange line number is either 0 or 10. So the thick orange line, is here, and the number that represents it is up here. And I want this to be 0 or 10 because this line is a scaled line. And what that means when I say scaled is that when it is as low as it can go, it goes to 0. When it goes to 0, it doesn't think there's any more down in the movement. There's no more down in the movement. That's the time to buy. Likewise, when it's as high as it can go, it is at 10. When it's at 10, that means it doesn't think there's any more up in the movement. If there's no more up in the movement, that's a good time to sell. And this trade is accurate about 90% of the time and is worth 5 pips. So I want to find a 0 or a 10 or within 1 point of either end. And then once I found that, I am going to confirm it by looking at where the majors and minors are. So let's see if we find a 0 or a 10 first, and then we'll look for the confirmation. So 5 no, 5 no, 4 no, 6 no, 6 no, 5 no. So nothing here. Which 5 here, no. 8.5, no. 4, no. 9.7, yes. That's within 1 of 10. So now I want to look at where my majors and minors are. So this is telling me there's no more up in the movement, but these guys are oversold. So this is contradicting what I'm seeing here. So the trade's not good. I want all these lines to be up here like this, like they're well above the blue line. They don't need to be going up. If they're going up, that's okay. But these guys they're not anywhere near where they need to be. And what happens is when this is at 10 and these lines are up here, that's telling me that it's like pulling a rubber band. There's going to be a little snap when that candle changes, and we can take advantage of that. So 1.8 isn't close enough. 6.4 isn't close enough. So let's go to the next group. 1.6, no. 9.7, yes. Yes. And look where our lines are. Well above the blue line. So I get condition 1 and condition 2. I'm going to wait a few more minutes before we take this, but we will take a sell on the JPY, JBP, JPY sell for 5 pips, and we're going to do that in a couple minutes. Let's see what else we got. 6 no, 4 no, 7 no, 0 yes on the euro a pound. But look where our indicators are. This is telling me that there's still more down in the movement. So this one isn't quite ready, whereas this one will get that 5 pips. So we're going to come back to that in just a minute. Let's see what else we got. 4 no, 1 no, 1.0. It's just outside the range. And you can see it's been down here for 3 hours. So when it was first down here, it was just over. When it was last down here, it was going down. Had you taken this, you would have probably got stopped out. But now it's quite far down. I'd really like this to be under 1. I'll think about it while we're looking at the others. 10, yes. And it's been at 10 for several hours. The red line still hasn't quite broken the overbought line. I want this red line up where the green line is. 5.6 no, and 8 no. One last thing about this trade is I wouldn't, if this were 10, I wouldn't take it even though these lines are up here, because these lines have been up here for multiple hours. That skews the rule. I want it to be like this, where it's been on one side and it's gone to the other. When it's been hanging up here, we don't get that snap. So let's go back to our the pound. Excuse me. Pound yen. So I get condition 1, condition 2. We've gone from oversold to overbought. Let's go ahead and take that for a sell for 5 pips. So pound yen, if you don't have it up, go to file, a new chart, and pound yen is going to be in that third grouping. So go to you find it. Then on the second row, if you go to new order, this account has got 11,800 in it. So I'm going to make my lot size 1.18. I'm basically moving the decimal spot over 4 spots. So 1.18. And I'm going to do a market execution sell. Oh, wait a second here. We got kind of a big spread. Ooh. Huh. This is too big of a spread to take for a 5 pip. Let's see if the spread comes down any. So right now the spread is 4. We don't want to pay 4 pips. Usually we want this to be like a point, which is this 5th decimal. And maybe for a 5 pip trade, we'll pay up to 1 pip, but no way will we pay 3 pips. So like if you look at the Euro USD, 86.4 to 86.5, that's 1 point. Now you can take it on your simulator because you don't have to pay the commission. But here, I want this to be, ideally I want this to be 1. And at 3, I'm not going to take it. We'll give it another couple minutes and see if the spread comes down a little bit. I am testing a new trade, which I tested a little earlier out of this account, where we did take a buy on the pound USD off of the overnight, off of the day chart, and that closed before we got on. But and our trade from the setup also closed. So Yeah, I'm sorry, gang. This spread is too much to take for this trade. So we don't want to give all of our money to the broker, and it's not worth it. Not worth it to pay three pips to make a 5-pip trade. So that is it for tonight's lesson. We will. I am honored that you took 30 minutes with me tonight. It's very humbling for to know that you find confidence in my ability to trade. We will do this again tomorrow morning at 6:30. Usually the Tuesday morning session is better than the Monday night session. There's more opportunities there to make a trade. So we will see you tonight, and I will be joining the Patriots very shortly. I hear they're bringing back Mac Jones tonight, so let's see if that's true and see how he does. All right, great. Thank you, gang. We will see you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.